This video is sponsored by PetFlow. If you want better access to me, join our incredible Patreon community. It helps us make the best videos we can. Today, I'm gonna show you how to teach your dog to understand English, ouch, or whatever language you want them to understand. Click thumbs up for Clementine, the Great Pyrenees Akbash mix. Those are two really giant breeds if you didn't know. Your biting is out of control, you know that? You can't bite. You're the worst puppy biter I've had in at least 3 weeks. If you're interested in teaching your dog to understand you better, subscribing to my channel will help you with that endeavor. That, combined with my book, will get you exactly where you need to be. Anybody who keeps me from having to go out shopping is definitely speaking my language. You can and should have your dog's food shipped to you automatically every month from PetFlow. It's effortless. PetFlow will take care of it for you. Don't waste time if you don't have to. Just choose your favorite brand of food, tell PetFlow how often you want it delivered, and enter code ZACH30 when you check out, and you'll get $10 off your first 3 automatic shipments. Change the way you buy dog food and help us change the way people think about teaching dogs. Clementine might look like she's half grown, but if you can believe it, she's only 12 weeks old. So she's got a lot of learning and a lot of growing ahead. Can you please stop scratching at the carpet? Hey Clementine, you wanna come over here and help me shoot a video? At first, it can feel really overwhelming trying to communicate with an animal who has basically no experience interacting with humans. But it's really not that hard to start teaching your puppy or dog to understand your language. Today, we're gonna show Clementine what 3 different words mean. We're gonna start with her name, and then we're gonna move on to some other fun stuff. When you say your puppy's name, what is it you actually want? It's their attention, right? In the early stages of teaching your dog their name, you want to reward for any attention they give you and mark it with a really special word. In this case, their name. You are rowdy. You need some training, seriously. Clementine is kind of a long name. Personally, I actually love giving long names to dogs, but I tend to shorten my own dog's names and give them, various nicknames. For example, my dog Alpha Centauri, right back there on that painting, well, I often call him Bit, which is short for Alpha Bit, which is short for Alpha Centauri. Anyway, long story. But I was thinking it would be a good idea to teach Clementine how to understand her nickname. Problem is, she doesn't have a nickname yet. So let's come up with a new nickname for Clementine so you can see her learning her name from scratch. Oh gosh, well, we could name you Maniac, because that's kind of what you are. Clementine, Tiny, that's perfect for her. So the first thing I want to do is just get her attention on me. And when I get her attention on me, I'm going to reward her. I'm using some small salmon treats today. I think she's gonna love them. Clementine's very interested in the treats. I've got them over here. I'm gonna try and get her attention on me. And when she pays attention to me, I'm gonna say Tiny. Tiny, good, nice work. She just kind of glanced at me. That's fine right now. Her leave-it's looking pretty good, but I'm looking for her attention on me, not the treat. Hey, Tiny, good, nice work. So every time she looks at me, she's hearing this word tiny, and over time, the hope is that she starts to associate that word with referring to her. Tiny, good, that was a really good example. She was distracted by the toy, I got her attention on me, and then I said Tiny when she looked at me. Work on surprising your dog and getting their attention on you and then saying their name when they look at you and catch them off guard. That'll help them to really internalize their name and really begin to understand what it means in lots of different contexts. You really want your dog to love the sound of their name. I tell you what, now let's teach Clementine what this is. Teaching your dog what an object is extremely similar to what you might do with a young toddler when you're trying to teach them what something is. So I'm gonna hold the ball and I'm gonna be very deliberate, and when she looks at it, I'm gonna say, see if I can get her looking at it again. Ball, very good. Ball, this is a ball. Ball, this is your ball. Yes, get your ball, yes. Ball, yes. Get your ball, perfect. Get your ball, yes. Good job, I love it. When she grabs it on her own, I'm going to say ball. When I throw it, I'm gonna say ball. Don't chew on your ball. Play with your ball. Get your ball. Really using the word contextually. Yes, that's your ball. You're grabbing your ball. Do you want to play with your ball? Go get your ball. This will really help your dog to really understand what the ball is in all situations. Speak to them deliberately. Don't limit yourself. Phrases like go get your and do you wanna. Let's go to are phrases that your dog will learn naturally over time as you continue to speak to them when these situations arise in real life. Your dog is fully capable of learning simple sentences and phrases, provided you really go out of your way to show them what language means in lots of different conditions and settings. This isn't something that you teach your dog in a single training session, but over months. That's really the secret to teaching your dog how to understand language in detail. Stop biting my arm. There's the spark right there. It was really difficult to get her to take to the tug toy so far, but now she's starting to do it. So, as a side note, if you're trying to teach your dog to bite on something right, just really stay the course and make the toy super interesting. It's so much better when you bite on this instead of my arms. This is good. I like this calm behavior. I'm just going to let her chill. Let's see how long this lasts. You're biting my shirt. Of course, you're going to want your dog to associate some words with specific actions, like sit or stay, for example. At first, when you're doing this, it's generally a pretty good idea to not use a whole lot of language because you just want to encourage them to do the action. For example, we're going to try and teach her to lie down and introduce the word lie down to her. So her sit, I think, is good. Sit? Yes, okay, great. So notice what I'm gonna do here. Well, she got the treat there. I'm gonna lure her. Good, nice work. So I'm not saying anything to her at all right now. Now I'm reasonably confident that she's going to follow the lure into a down. So watch what I'm gonna do this time. Ready? Down. I'm saying down as she lies down. Good. Up. She went up. I'm gonna go ahead and give her the treat. Yes, down. Good work. And up. Great. So I'm saying the term simultaneously with the action so that she associates the action with the word. Now there's a fine line between not saying a lot of words and being genuinely enthusiastic with your dog. So you'll have to kind of find that fine line with your own dog. Up. Good. And how about down? Wow. I think we got lucky there, but I'm really happy with that. I'm gonna give her a big jackpot reward, lots of tiny pieces of salmon. So if I want Clementine to lie down outside my friend's house or in the car, I'm gonna have to specifically teach her those words and phrases and actions in those types of settings. If you do this very often with your dog, they'll eventually be able to generalize much better. As your dog comes to learn this general process of what words and phrases mean, you ought to notice that their general progress really begins to accelerate. Oh man, that's exactly what you need. Accelerated language learning. Click thumbs up for Clementine, subscribe to my channel for everything dog, and join me on Patreon for better access to me. Don't forget to set up automatic pet food delivery at PetFlow too. Clementine, you did a great job today.